Today, I'm going to talk about the mother wound. The mother wound is the pain that's passed down from our mothers generationally. And of course, our mothers were impacted by many different factors, including their relationship with their own mother, including societal expectations, patriarchal conditioning, and of course, entertainment and media. Our mothers literally shape us. They mold us beginning in the womb, which is our first environment. And our relationship with our mother is the first and the most important relationship that we will ever have. We now know through attachment theory that's been verified in research that even our sense of self is developed through the relationship we have with our mother. Now, some of us, and actually the large majority of us, were born to mothers that went through their own trauma based on their own childhoods, causing them to pass on to us subconscious beliefs and behaviors that we then repeat and pass on to our future generations. So what are some ways that we get the mother wound? One way is we had a mother who met our physical needs, like food or shelter, but they didn't meet our emotional needs. Maybe you were left alone after the family had arguments. Or maybe you felt like you couldn't really go to your mom when you had an issue because she'd freak out. Or maybe generally you just felt a distance and you didn't get that nurturing, safe closeness. When we don't get our emotional needs met, we create or develop the mother wound. Another factor that creates the mother wound is having a mother that didn't allow negative emotions. If you were always punished, say for being angry, or maybe you were told to stop crying or stop being dramatic anytime you were sad or upset, those messages teach us that emotions, especially these upsetting negative ones, are actually something to be ashamed of. So then we begin our own pattern of repressing or suppressing, essentially disconnecting ourselves from those emotions. Because without a parent who can help us understand, accept, and navigate our emotions, we end up feeling overwhelmed or completely confused by how we're feeling at all. Another experience that causes the mother wound is having a mother that has body image issues. Now, this can manifest in many different ways. We can hear mom being critical of her own self, her own body, its size, its shape, its appearance, or maybe critical of your body. Maybe she comments all the time on the food you eat or she eats, maybe even putting you on a diet at a young age. All of these actions send us messages that our body is something to feel shameful of and can even lead to dysfunctional relationships with food or our body ourselves. Another experience that creates the mother wound is having a mother who's highly critical. This is someone who only points out the negative. And when only the negative is pointed out, this leads to low feelings of self-worth and a lot of times perfectionism, or this drive to present ourselves in a particular way to hide all of our personal flaws. Because if you believe that the only way to get love is if your mom approves of it, then you're going to act in a way that mom approves of. And a lot of times that might not be necessarily true to who you actually are. Another factor that creates the mother wound is having a mother who was under-resourced. And now this can be a mother who didn't have enough financial resources or maybe emotional support to truly be there for her children. Now, a really common example that I know a lot of you experienced was having a single mom who had to work around the clock to support the family financially. When mothers are in survival mode like that, they are only able to focus on the immediate problem at hand, which a lot of times means that they're not able to be there emotionally for their children because all of the weight of daily survival, quite literally, is falling on them. So without the resources, they're unable to show up emotionally for their children. And a final experience that creates the mother wound is having a mother who is cold or shut down. This dissociator, disconnected mom is someone who's really detached from reality. They're not fully there emotionally. And sometimes they even give the silent treatment when they're upset. When a mother is cold or shut down emotionally, we get the message that they're not there to support us or to comfort us. So over time, we stop going to them. Some of us even learn to stop asking for help entirely. And we end up adopting a lone wolf or a hyper-independent way of thinking. This idea that I can and will do it all myself. I very much had a mother who was shut down, cold and distant, not for any ill-intentioned reasons, because she was stuck in her own survival mode with health-related issues, tending to care of the family, and completely shut down herself. So she wasn't able to give me the support that I too needed. And even listening to these experiences, as you can imagine, they all have an impact on us. The mother wound impacts the way we see ourselves, our ability to trust or distrust people. We carry the impact with us through life. And on this next video, I'm going to share with you the different ways the mother wound continues to impact us into adulthood, and also share ways to begin to heal the mother wound. So if you're not yet subscribed, you might want to hit subscribe now so that you don't miss that video. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you resonate, did you have any of these experiences yourself? I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments below.